Hello and welcome to a very special video. Today we're going to talk about the Qubeley Mark II. The Qubeley Mark II was known also as Unit 2. It was the first attempt at mass production for the Qubeley. It didn't actually achieve that, but it was attempts towards moving towards that future. Of course, it's in a different color scheme, and there's a sister unit to this one, which is in red. It's an interesting little unit that, it went on along the line of what was attempted to make a mainstay mobile suit for new types. So, it is in game a 650 cost, ground and space capable raid with a ballistic and beam resistance of 28, a melee resistance of 22, a range strength of 25, a melee strength of 40, the plus ones from the enhancement, a movement speed of a very nice 140, and a thrust gauge of 75. For parts, we have close range of 20, medium of 18, and long range of 10. The additional tick, as you can see the little green brackets on them, is from also the enhancements. For equipment, the Qubeley Mark II has a pretty standard and slight deviation from what we've seen. So, of course, it's got the Qubeley Mark II beam gun. It holds out its arm, fires, does some stagger, and does about 2,100 damage. Has a heat rate of 70%, range of 300, and a cooldown time of 3 seconds between shots. It's not a bad thing to have. It can be quite useful, especially if you're trying to close with someone. You can hit them with this and then go into the melee. Speaking of which, we get the Qubeley Mark II Beam Sabers ×2. Does about 2,800 damage. You can get about 3 strikes out of it, considering it's a raid. It's nice to have, but the big melee boss here is the Beam Saber Triple Prong. Oh, because you are incredibly greedy at the buffet, which does about 3,200 damage, but if you do a down strike with this, you can do about 5,000, almost 6,000, depending on the target. It's a good follow-up weapon. You open up with a Qubeley beam gun, go into the sabers, and then do a big smack-a-rooney with this. Then we have the funnels ×6 pincer. It fires funnels off to either side of the target, each doing about 375 damage. The heat rating is 50% with a 250 range, which I guess is somewhat fair. I do think it should be about 300, but that is me. Then we have the funnel ×6 surround, which effectively they fire off, go behind the target, and fire into the back for about 450 damage. It's 100% and 250 range, of course. Then we have funnels ×6 pursue. They all fire out, and then they follow you around and fire at whatever your cursor is pointing at. They each do 200 damage, heat rating 30%, range 300, so it's not a bad option to have. For skills, we have High Performance Balancer, High Spec Ambec level 2, Maneuver Armor level 3, Forced Injector level 2, which is a always nice thing to have, Melee Combo Controller level 2, Emergency Evasion System level 2, very fancy, Special Leg Buffer level 2, Flight Control Program level 2, Special Shoulder Buffer level 3 because you got big old shoulders, Assault Booster, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, and SciComm U System Resistance activates at about 30% health, and it boosts your attack and mobility. It's not bad to have, so it's a nice ability to have, especially in the long term. Now, my opinions of this unit are pretty much going to not change too much from that earlier video. It's still a fantastic suit. It still takes a little bit more consideration than heavy attack and win. And it's still very, very capable of putting out some damage. The only issues I really have is, one, the lock-on time for SciComm U weapons really needs to be halved, in my opinion. They can be either hit or miss, especially when you're talking the mass production Qubeley. It can just be, it feels like too much of a penalty, and when it's not, it really doesn't matter how fast a lock-on will go onto it. Other than that, I don't really think there's a lot to add to this suit. It's very accurate to how it was supposed to do in the show, and it's still quite potent now. Plus, it's not a lot of things that rock navy blue and hot pink, so let's see how it does in the match to come. Welcome to the match, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm gonna have an even better weekend, and the Qubeley Mark II hadn't been one I'd pulled out in, I think, effectively a year, and I played it in the situation battle. I believe is the sisters battle, or I don't remember what it was called. It'll probably say on the screen, but regardless, it was a bit of a surprise. Oh, the sibling machine. Okay, my bad. But I was a little bit like, oh crap, I haven't played one of these in forever. Let me check this out. So I always check the bindings when I can. And I do really like the Qubeley suits. I've always had a lot of fun with them. And I don't necessarily want them to be as powerful as when they did, but man, I think SciComm, especially funnel weapons, could use a little bit of a boost in their lock-on time, make them a little faster. So we're going to go ahead and grab our good lad points, jump back in, and we see one of our guys getting engaged, so we're going to try to move in and help him, but we're not going to be able to quite go for him, so we're going to go for the sibling suit, oddly enough. Go for it. He's going to hit us with the stagger. We're going to hit him with a melee. And we're going to turn around to try to help our guys here. We see a guy down here, so we're going to try to push him a bit, but I don't feel like it's a good idea to push him, so we're going to spend a little bit of time trying to get that lock on. But good lord, it takes forever. Decide that that's a giant waste of my time. Fire, take him out. And we're going to move over here. And we're going to go right for this guy who I'm not quite sure what he was doing. Take a few staggers from our companion, and he is going to get taken out by 1 and 5. So we're going to pursue our Gaz here. I believe that's the right one. We're going to miss with the melee, switch over, catch him with that. Me and my companion are going to clash. And I'm going to back off, do a lock-on. I like to use the lock-ons when I know they're going to have invincibility frames and use it to my advantage. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to let it do some damage. Come in for this. Swing, take him out. Unfortunately, number 1 was trying to get in there. We're not trying to be a dick, but it's just how it goes sometimes. So we're going to come over and follow up our guy. We're letting our thrust gauge recover a little bit, and then we're just trying to work our ways through. But my lord, these 80 shoulder pads, you know what I'm saying? We're going to throw out some funnels, take that shot, take him out, and maneuver over here. Now, I know they're going to pop in over towards, I always forget, A or their spawn, but it looks like they're going for their spawn. So I'm going to try to come in and see what I can do to help my guys. I'm going to swing over here, see if I can pull one of them off to separate them. And I see it's a support, so I'm going to give him a little snipe right in the face. And we're going to wait for it, get our lock on, then let go and let those funnels put a little bit of pressure on. Do that again. Effectively, we're just trying to put pressure on him so he can't perform super well. Now we have a lot of targets. We see 5 is engaging over here. So we're going to switch over to the funnels, our follows, and we're going to throw them over at, again, our sibling suit. We're going to move over here, and we're going to go right for the downswing, but a little too early, I guess, is a good way to put it. We're going to go right down, knock him down. I could have finished him off, but I wanted to support my guys over here, so I wanted to swing over and go for this guy. We're going to come over, do a little bit of that. We're going to miss, fall off. See the support is coming around the back. And we're going to swing around to, well, have a go at him again. He's going to not want to stay here, and we're going to, well, miss. Catch him in the face with that shot. And then swing back in because, well, our dude is engaging here. So we're going to let the Gaz have a little bit of that. Slide over here and maneuver away from the very angry guy. and he's going to get taken out by our dude. So we're going to swing back over, go for that, take him immediately, go for the shot, mess our own guy up, get into the brawl, and just go face down on the floor for a moment. And it happens to the best of us. So I'm going to back off, try to get my lock on, throw it in there, and get that shot in, go for the melee, catch him right before he goes full dodge, push, miss on that guy, and effectively we're just trying to keep alive and do what we can. So we're going to follow this guy, and I'm going to try to catch him. Unfortunately, that didn't count as a counter, and we'll knock him down with the melee. I'm going to back off because, well, we're a really easy kill at the moment. And I know he's going to go after the support. We're going to catch him with a little shot, go for the strike, knock him down, and unfortunately get caught up and taken out for our first death. We're going to spawn in at C. D's been just taken, but we're going to swing over here because there's some juicy targets that are very ripe for taking, like him. We're going to go ahead and finish him off, come in, fire, take him out real quick, then push over here, go for that melee, try to keep him unsteady, and, well, basically just try to help finish him off as much as we can. Unfortunately, he's going to try to go for that, get taken out, and we're going to back off because I saw support fire, and I don't trust tradition in that manner. We're going to go ahead and target the gas. And unfortunately, the guy is just not having a good time. I don't want to be a dick to him, so I'm going to try to come in, do the big damage, and then back off. We're going to try to help our support. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken out, and we're going to become very much a target in the situation. So we're going to go ahead and bail out using our maneuverability. Slide over here, electric slide style. We're going to get into a little bit of a kerfluffle because this guy is angry. We're going to not be able to get our hits off, but he's going to go for it. We're going to get a side swipe, go right for that, catch him with this, go into that, and we're going to finish him off with a big swing down. Now that's pretty good overall. We're going to try to maneuver over to help 5. Now admittedly, I'm trying to use my mobility to respond to different situations. 5 doesn't really need us, but we're going to come in and try to help him. And as we go into the last minute, we're going to look for targets. Now we've already got a bit of damage we're in, and we don't want to necessarily become a free target for anyone. So we're going to come out, see it's the very angry guy again. I really don't want to mess with this Gauze too much. I've already kind of made his day miserable. We're going to both miss on our big hits, catch him in the ankles with that, and I'm going to just knock him down, go for the big hit, do 6,000 damage, and I'm going to come over here and try to mostly ignore him. And we're going to come in, oh my lord, try to almost get the finisher on our companion suit, throw that damage out there, fire, take him out, and then switch, but it's the end of the match. So we're just gonna have to sit here with our shish kebab. So there's our beautiful victory pose, and we're on 1 board spot. Very good, and first place. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.